The two people charged so far in the Kennebunk prostitution case appear in court today. Alexis Wright and Mark Strong face more than 160 counts combined.
News 13's Steve Roldan is live in Portland with tonight's top story. And Steve, we could soon be seeing some more charges in this case.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. We can. I can tell you for the first time the prosecution in this case is now saying on top of the charges and allegations of prostitution, this may now be a case involving child pornography. Prosecutors arriving at the Cumberland County Courthouse with what they say is a mountain of evidence in the Kennebunk prostitution case involving 29-year-old Alexis Wright and 57-year-old Mark Strong Sr.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Not guilty.
Wright and Strong entering their pleas in the same courtroom. Wright is charged with 106 counts for allegedly promoting and engaging prostitution and tax offenses. Strong is charged with 59 counts for promoting prostitution. Prosecutors say he and Wright ran the prostitution operation together out of a Zumba studio in Kennebunk. What do you have to say about the charges against you?
I have no comment.
Mark, anything you have to say about the case right now? Both Wright and Strong avoiding her questions outside the courthouse. Following both their pleas, the judge unsealed documents that were previously impounded in the case. The judge also denied a motion for confidentiality that would have sealed the so-called client list. This after prosecutors dropped a bombshell about a computer they say they got at Strong's home.
It was seized from Mr. Strong's residence, and it contains markers for, when it was imaged, it contained markers imaging for potentially child pornography.
It was another flip-flop from the prosecutors. There's no child pornography in this case. They told me that personally, they emailed it to me, and they put it in a pleading in court. And now they seem to be saying they want to go back and see what's going on. As I said before, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
I can tell you the judge in the case did scold the prosecution for not providing evidence material in an organized and timely manner to the defense attorneys. They have until next week to do so. If not, the judge may consider a motion to dismiss this case. Now, as far as the client list, we're told about 120 people may be on that list, and we may start to see some of the first names off of that list as early as this week. That's the latest live outside the Cumberland County Courthouse. Steve Roldan, News 13. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Steve. We have an update on that water main break in Auburn from last night. City officials have now lifted the boil water advisory that they had put into effect. That order came a couple of hours ago. A construction crew hit the water main near the intersection of Court Street and Russell Avenue Monday afternoon. They spent about 6 hours fixing the water main. Hundreds of thousands of gallons of water shot into the air and out onto the street. About 38 homes in the neighborhood were affected.
On the crime watch tonight, the man who police say set a fire in Portland is being held on $50,000 bail. Police say he set his own home on fire. This is 45-year-old Michael Irving. He's charged with felony arson. Police say Irving set fire to his home on Freeman Street Monday afternoon. Firefighters say they got there to find smoke coming out of the home, but they say that Irving told them they weren't needed. The building is a duplex. It did sustain some pretty heavy smoke damage. Nobody was injured. We have a traffic alert to pass along tonight. More ramp closures on Interstate 295 in Portland starting tonight. The Exit 5 off-ramp to I-295 will be closed tonight during the overnight hours. So will the on-ramps from the Fore River Parkway and Congress Street. Tomorrow night, the Park Avenue on-ramp to I-295 will be closed. Thursday, exits 5 and 6 are closed. Again, that's going northbound. And more ramp closures are expected for Friday night. Now be aware, don't be surprised if you find some delays because of this. Those closures, though, are dependent on the weather. But what started as a way to connect Falmouth and Portland and other nearby cities is now dividing the town.
Some call the Metro bus service a waste of money, while others say they depend on it. News 13's Marissa Bodner has the story, new at 6 tonight.
The Falmouth Flyer is a lifeline for Arlene Clifford.
I think it's wonderful, absolutely necessary for older people.
And other residents at Ocean View Retirement Community who ride the Metro bus to get to doctor's appointments, the bank, and buy groceries.
Which means independent transportation for a lot of people who can't or shouldn't drive.
But signs scattered seemingly everywhere in Falmouth serve as a reminder that the Route 1 service is in jeopardy.
It's a ridiculous waste of money.
Despite the Flyer recording nearly 79,000 trips last year, Falmouth resident Michael Doyle says he's seen and ridden too many empty buses to justify the cost, $115,000 a year. That's why he collected signatures from 10% of town voters to put the question on the ballot this election day. But Doyle says whatever happens on November 6th, he'll have accomplished his main objective, to have voters decide the future of Metro service rather than town council.
And if I have a chance to, have some input in the thing and give voters in Falmouth a chance to have a say in the decision, I think it's important to do that.
Supporters from Friends of the Falmouth Flyer tell us that the service is vital to the business community and a number of different groups like commuters and the elderly. Clifford shudders at the question, what if?
Isolation in many cases if there was no bus, and that is disastrous.
It's up to voters to decide next month. In Falmouth, Marissa Bodner, News 13.
Local fallout tonight from the nationwide meningitis scare. Health officials say 2 sites in coastal New Hampshire received shipments of the steroid injection linked to that deadly outbreak. The New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services says clinics in Somersworth and Newington had the steroids, as did one in Merrimack. So far, 119 cases of meningitis have been confirmed across the country, and 11 people have died from it. The Massachusetts company that produced the steroid shots issued a full recall.
Well, confidential bank information could be at risk for customers at a large bank in Maine. News 13's Adrian Stein joins us live with the latest on customers apparently missing information. And Adrian, these customers say they're upset for a lot of reasons.
Oh, that's right, Greg. TD Bank officials admit they lost data containing sensitive customer information. We're talking about Social Security numbers in this case. That's bad enough for some customers to hear. But what they're even more upset about is that the bank waited 6 months to tell them about it. There are 54 TD Bank locations in Maine. The company just recently began letting customers know that it lost data containing confidential customer information back in March. A company spokesperson says backup computer tapes got lost while in transit between TD Bank locations. Customers we spoke with are mad the bank waited months to tell them that there was even a possibility their information could be at risk.
I think I'm most upset at the lack of integrity. I trusted the bank. They have 6 of my accounts. I've been with them for many years.
I guess I'm less bothered by the fact that they misplaced, lost, whatever, a couple of backup tapes than I am that they felt that they didn't need to let people know for 6 months.
TD Bank sent us a statement explaining the 6-month delay before telling its customers. They say, quote, "We wanted to conduct a full investigation of the situation before reaching out to impacted customers. While we continued to investigate, we felt it was important to let them know what was happening." The bank claims there was never an actual security breach or any evidence that the data was used inappropriately. Of course, we will keep you updated on that. Reporting live in the studio, Adrian Stein, News 13.
It was back to school today for kids at Hall Elementary. The doors reopened today, 3 weeks after a fire damaged the building. Students went back in this morning, happy that things are returning to normal. Everything isn't quite fixed up yet. Some classrooms are still being repaired. Those should be ready sometime next week. Safety officials also still need to conduct some more air quality tests throughout the building.
I feel like they've done a great job explaining to us what they've done, what the issues are, what the hazards might be.
I think we're back to consistency and the routine and what's familiar, and I think that's best for them.
Again, the work to fix up the school isn't quite done. Students had class at the old Cathedral School for most of the time Hall Elementary was closed.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Charnita Presti.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We have cloudy skies in place right now, but there are a few areas seeing some sunshine make an appearance. It's a brief return to some sun because clouds will again dominate tonight. I expect more showers or scattered showers overnight. Let's take a look at our forecast because rapid-fire cold fronts will be coming at us, the first of which will be arriving tomorrow night. Let's take a look back at that. Fast forwarded pretty quickly there. Showers tomorrow night with a cold front. Another round of showers should arrive on Friday. That one with a stronger cold front. And I'll tell you, temps are really going to cool off by Saturday. I think we struggle to get much above 50 degrees. Normal highs are in the lower 60s. We didn't make it out of the mid 50s today. 52 for a temperature in Portland. Look at Lewiston, look at Augusta, Wiscasset. You're all in the lower 50s there. Sanford at 50 degrees. Up on Mount Washington, the temperature is 28 degrees. This is the scene up on Mount Washington. A photo courtesy of Mount Washington Washington State Park of a little bit of rime ice occurring out of the sign right there where they had 4 inches of snow just 2 nights ago. That's right, it's been cold up there. Now we're seeing a few breaks in the overcast, first occurring over eastern areas from Penobscot Bay down to Casco Bay. We're seeing some sun make an appearance just before it sets, of course. That sun setting a little after 6 o'clock right now. Notice a lot more clouds inland, and there are more clouds just offshore. These will start to back in on us during the overnight. So I think you wake up tomorrow morning to a fair amount of clouds. Again, we're seeing a little bit of sun over toward Popham Beach. Of course, that sun is setting, but compare that to areas like, Old Orchard Beach, where we have cloudy skies in place there. Cloudy skies up into Hartford here. Mainly cloudy conditions off to the west. In fact, up on Mount Washington, they're in the clouds. A little bit of snow up there at the observation deck. Now, going forward, we're going to get into some breaks. We're sort of in between disturbances. One ocean storm. Tomorrow, clouds break to a little bit of sun. And then this feature right over my shoulder should bring a round of showers during the nighttime hours tomorrow night. So those showers arrive here tomorrow night, very early Thursday. Those showers should be east of us Thursday morning. Tomorrow morning, you wake up to a lot of clouds. I can't rule out a brief shower or a few areas of drizzle, but the trend will be for improvement. We'll see at least partly sunny skies make an appearance by afternoon. That's going to send temps back into the mid to upper 50s. Here comes that cold front that arrives tomorrow night. This is about 8:30 tomorrow night. Notice a round of showers crossing the Connecticut River Valley. This should be moving through during the overnight hours and should be east of us by Thursday morning. Thursday looks to be a nice, bright, sunny day. The only problem with Thursday, it's going to be a windy day. A northwest wind will gust 20 to 30 miles per hour, but it's that northwest wind that will usher in cooler air moving into the region here for a late week. Notice temps in the upper 50s. That second cold front, this one's even stronger, arrives on Friday morning. Chance for a shower. Notice a few snow showers up in the mountains. This is about lunchtime on Friday. The wind will start to pick up in the wake of this front. Highs on Saturday will struggle to get much above 50 degrees. So here's that 7-day forecast. It's a very, very active weather pattern. Chance for a shower tonight. Showers are likely tomorrow night. Showers are likely on Friday as well. In between there, we'll see some sun. Notice the cooler temps on Saturday, low 50s, overnight lows. Even here at the coastline should be around the freezing mark by Saturday morning. Some inland towns should get a freeze in the upper 20s. Next round of showers with a warm front this time will be on Sunday. So are you sick of hearing cold front? Sunday we have a warm front moving through.
Our eyes immediately go to Monday on this graphic, Charlie.
Yes, yes, a little wedge of warm air trying to make its way in. So early next week we'll make a run at 70 degrees.
I love it when we sneak back in some warm days.
Get one last day.
Isn't that nice? Yeah, but in the near term it just looks like it's going to stay rather chilly around here. But hey, it happens that time of year. Mother Nature battling it out in this transition season.
October is always kind of a transition month. All right, thank you, Charlie.